Hey everyone, how's it going? It's yours truly. I'm very excited to bring this review slash overview to the channel. This is, of course, of the Leatherman MUT. This is a multi-tool. MUT stands for Military Utility Tool, and I'm very impressed so far with it. I literally just opened it up, and it came in a nice little box like this, and I'm very, very pleased with it. I adore companies that put a lot of effort into the packaging. It just tells me that they're very confident in the product that they're going to be delivering to their customers. And of course, you get some instructions here on how this product works. Very, very cool. Now, this specific multi-tool is kind of geared towards people who spend a lot of time at the range, people who go out shooting a lot, law enforcement, military, etc. Of course, I assemble and build firearms and stuff, and I do spend a lot of time at the range. I do spend a lot of time out in the desert shooting and whatnot. And of course, now that the scamdemic is kind of over and done with, and people are sick of it, people are going out again, and of course that includes me. And I feel like a multi-tool was just calling my name, and I figured this is probably going to be the one that makes the most sense for me. And of course, it's the most expensive, retailing at about $160. This is also my first Leatherman tool ever, my first Leatherman product ever, my first multi-tool period. I just never felt like I had a need for one. And, my father is a mechanic, and he has, I think, a few of these, not a MUT, but a few Leathermans. And when when he used them, they got the job done. They appear to be well made. This is, of course, made in the U.S. Proudly. Of course, I love my country. I support America. I support Americans. I think, Americans and American companies should come first. So they're getting my money first, even though you pay a little bit more. I'm willing to pay that price. So let's talk about some of the features of the Leatherman MUT. First off, this is probably the feature that I'm most excited for, which is this pin here, and of course it's removable. And before I remove it, I'm gonna go ahead and demonstrate how this is supposed to work and when it would be necessary to use a what's I'm gonna call it a pin in a situation like this. So I have this lower receiver here. This is from ATI. This is the Omni Hybrid Max. So it's a hybrid of, it's got some steel inserts in it, but it's mostly plastic, very lightweight. And the interesting thing about the pins on this is that they're either going to be flush with the lower receiver, or they're going to be slightly recessed, meaning they're going to be kind of sunken into the where they're housed here on the lower receiver. Now, usually, like on the mil-spec type AR lowers, you have the pivot, the front pivot pin or the rear takedown pin. They're kind of sticking up. They kind of protrude past the material of the lower receiver. Unfortunately, that isn't the case. So this pin is going to come in handy, and there's two ways to use it. So you can go ahead and push it down like that. There isn't a, obviously this is not put together, but this is, yeah, see, I can't even push it out, but I can with the MUT. It's not going anywhere. Let's go ahead and put that down. Now, now the front pivot pin. Now I'm going to go ahead and remove this thing. It's kind of difficult because they do put Loctite on this thing. Oh yeah, it took a lot of effort to do that. All right, so let's go ahead and see if I can. You know what? Let's go ahead and have this slightly raised. There we go. So this end right here of the Leatherman MUT, this is a hammer. This is apparently like a legitimately good hammer. It works. It works. Ta-da! Now we're gonna go ahead and close that up. We're gonna go ahead and set that over here. So very, very cool. Now, what I would like to see from Leatherman, I don't know if it's possible. I don't know if there's a lot of demand for it, but I would like to see different sized pens utilized on this end of the MUT. Maybe thinner ones. Maybe some that do offset, that are slightly offset, so you can compete with real avids. The takedown, not takedown pins. Goodness, why can I think roll pins, etc. Roll pins. That's what I meant to say. Yeah, dude, those would be great. Punch pins. I mean, goodness, the sky's the limit, and it seats really nicely back into the MUT. What else do we have here in the front? We have a saw. You never know when this is going to be handy. Outdoorsy people. Again, you're out in the range, you're out in the forest, you're out in the desert. You never know when you're going to need a saw. And this is really, really nice. Ow! So anyways, to put this back, oh yeah, and by the way, it's not going to go ahead and collapse on its own. That can be pretty dangerous. It's pretty good, and it's pretty stuck in place right there. What you got to do is press down on this little black tab, and then it closes. Very cool. And then of course, same thing for this knife. Now this knife is very, very nice. We're gonna go ahead and cut this in half. Look at that. I'm like barely putting any effort into doing this. I'm literally moving the bottle. I'm not even moving the knife for the most part. That's how easy it was to cut something like that. Here, I'm gonna try this up. Very, very cool. Very, very interesting. So this isn't a toy, guys. This is pretty freaking deadly. Goodness, man. I'm very, very impressed with it. So you can also, you got a carabiner right here. And, of course, right here, there's a little symbol. I'm going to give you the exposed view. You can open up beer bottles. So I like to drink Heineken. Okay, I'm down. Oh, and this guy cannot be ignored. This is a carbon scraper. So sometimes you're out in the field, you're out in the desert, you're, wherever, you're outdoors somewhere, or maybe you're using a firearm that hasn't been cleaned or maintenance properly, and there's a lot of carbon buildup, there's a lot of gunk, debris, etc., etc. Well, you can't just scrape off gunk and nonsense off of a firearm without risk of damaging the finish of, let's say, the bulk carrier group or whatever the case may be. So this carbon scraper is very unique and very special because it is made out of a different material. I think it's like brass or something, or copper. It's a very light material, so you're not going to ding up or bang up your, the finish of your like I said, the bulk carrier group, etc. Something like what I like to do is I just spray some Ballstar or some Hoppies on, let's say, like a bulk carrier group. Let it sit for about a minute or two. Let the chemicals do what they're meant to do, and then you go in there. You can wipe it down sometimes with just regular shop towels, and sometimes it's not enough. Sometimes you got to really get into certain parts of the nooks and crannies of like a bulk carrier group that a shop towel just can't get into, and that's when you get this very useful what's it called, the carbon scraper. And of course you're not going to damage any of your products with this. So this is very, very cool. And once again, there's certainly a spot for it right here on this tool. Now let's talk about the screwdriver really quick, because there's two of them. You got one that's pretty long right here, and you got another really long one right here, and they're held together by this little this pin right here. I'm going to go ahead and depress that, and then it comes right out. You get two ends. You get a Torx end, and then you get like a hex end. So let's go ahead and put this back. Come on, baby. There you go. Now to get to the other one, let's see, do you even have to... Yeah, it comes right out. You get a very large flathead. There's a lot of real estate on here. And then, of course, you get a, I think this is a number 2, Phillips number 2. Yeah, this is a number 2. Let's go ahead and put that back. We're going to go over... We're going to go over some other, some of these bits right here. Let's go ahead and open this up. So the way to open this up is, let's see if I can remember. All right, right here, I'm going to push inwards. And then right here, this guy, I'm going to push it back. Ah, yeah, nice snap. And then you open it up. Once you click it into place like this, you can utilize the pliers. Of course, you got paracord cutters right here. And yeah, this is fantastic, you guys. This is absolutely fantastic. Very, very nice product. And then, of course, on this end right here is it's probably going to be the most used feature for myself, which is just this is a driver. This is you have an option to use a number 2, and basically right here you're going to press really hard, and then you can push out your driver bit. Now to put the driver bit in, push in and let it collapse in, and then it just kind of clicks in. So we got a flathead. And we have, I think this is a Phillips number 2. Yes. And then, of course, this came separately, but these were free for me. You have other bits, all kinds of bits here. Phillips 1 and 2's, goodness. You have all kinds of flatheads. You have hex bits. You got Torx bits. just everything that you would need to assemble, an optic on top of an upper receiver. So you're putting together, scope rings or whatever. This is it. This is what you would need. I mean, granted, it's not a, what's it called? It's not like the Wheeler Fat Boy. But if something's loose and you're just trying to get it on there, or you can tighten things down, and you just know how it's supposed to be done properly, because some people can't do that. I don't think I have the acumen to do such a thing. But yeah, just you can put the gun together with this, and this comes separately. This is the sight adjuster, and it's not just a sight adjuster. Again, this is going to go in the exact same way as the bits that came with it. It's not coming out. I'm pulling really hard. It's not coming out. But it's also an extender. So I'm going to go ahead and just grab random bit, just so you know I'm not using like the one that came with the thing. And there's a magnet that holds it in. Very, very cool. Very, very useful. I'm very, very impressed. I don't know what else to say, you guys. This is a winner. This is a huge winner. And the sight adjuster, it's for A2 sights. Let me double check. Yeah, A2 front sight adjuster. So it makes it very clear what this is supposed to do. And of course, this is a 1/4 inch hex driver with magnetic bit retention. So the magnet should not be going anywhere. So I am incredibly pleased. And what's really cool about this is like my main home defense rifle, the front post, the fixed front sight, it is an A2 sight. So this is just incredibly useful. And of course, a lot of the random backup iron sights that you can buy out there, they're mostly they utilize A2 front sight technology. So this is just a major winner in my book. It's an extension for your hex bits. It adjusts the sights, incredibly useful. And it holds other bits, and it keeps them in there with the magnet. And I think that's a big deal. That's incredibly useful. Of course, this is the first Leatherman I've ever owned, and I can't stop geeking out about this. And even though there's sharp blades, there's things on here that could really, really hurt me. I'm grabbing this thing like an idiot, and my hands are fine. They kind of smell like I've been playing with guns all day. Very, very cool. I love the way that my hands smell, but I gotta wash them because it's getting ridiculous. So of course you got the Leatherman logo right here, and it does look a little bit dirty, but it's actually, I think it's just all the oil that this thing came with. They do that, because like rust and stuff. It travels through state lines and stuff. I think this came from Oregon. I think Leatherman's in Oregon. Let me see. What does this say? Yeah, this is Portland, Oregon. Leatherman's in Portland, Oregon. Goodness. Okay, so yeah, it's a lot. They probably have rust issues up there, so they really packed on that that oil. All right, so let's go ahead and close her up. Oh, whoops. There we go. So now it's really gonna stay in there, and then of course you have a little clip here, so you can put your driver, the long one here. So if you're doing screw stuff, you got a little holder there. This interesting. I like that. Now there's another feature that I almost omitted. So right here there is a hole, and it's threaded, and you can attach cleaning equipment to your Leatherman. Observe. Ta-da! So if you're like trying to clean out carbon or whatever from a barrel or whatever the case may be, you have this. This is it just works. It just works. This is so useful. Just to compare, traditionally you get these like flimsy plastic, very cheap handles. This is just some cheap Chinese junk. I mean, it's gotten me through some stuff, but it was so cheap I couldn't have, get Hoppies, you guys. If you got to get cleaning equipment, get the real stuff. Get stuff from Ballastall. Get stuff from Hoppies. There's some reputable brands out there. But this is just some Amazon thing, just to show you that you can do it. Real Avid sells a bunch of cleaning equipment, and again, it would be compatible with the Leatherman MUT. I mean, what more can I say? So let me go ahead and start putting this away. So in conclusion, let's go ahead and wrap this up. I absolutely love what I have seen today. I'm very happy that I'm speechless. Goodness, I'm speechless. Sorry, I don't have a script or anything like some other people do. Oh my god, this thing fell off the goddamn. All right, whatever. Just leave that right there. Yeah, so I'm mostly speechless, and I'm just incredibly happy that this was everything that I thought it would be, and I absolutely love the craftsmanship. I feel like just like I got a real winner here on my hands, and of course I'm gonna have this as my everyday carry. Let me show you the sheath here. Goodness, this stuff is not like staying in place, so I'm gonna quit messing with that. So yeah, here's the Leatherman sheath here, and it's, of course, this is compatible with pretty much any sort of tactical vest, duty belt. I have the Hazard Forge Sidewinder. That's my everyday carry. I go out a lot. I go out and do a bunch of things, and it's gonna go on my backpack. So this is literally gonna be my everyday carry. I don't have any complaints. I wish I had more stuff. I think this is really great. I think this is a real winner. Man, this is fuck, dude. This is awesome. Sorry, you guys. I'm nerding out. I love tools. What could I say? So yeah, this is gonna be on my Hazard 4 backpack, and just like the best tool that you have the best tool is the one that you have with you at the moment that you need it. And I have a feeling that I'm going to be using this tool quite a bit. It's got pretty much the most essential AR-15 type tools available at your disposal, and it has some some rescue / safety features built into it. You got the bottle opener, you got all kinds of driver bits. The thing is just so goddamn useful, man. The sky is the limit with this thing. There's just no it just seems like I can go on forever with the things that you can do with this. So I'm happy. I am pleased, and I do highly recommend it, and I am leaving a link in the description. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it was helpful and useful and all that good stuff. So yeah, let me know what you guys think. What was your first Leatherman? What was your experience like? My experience so far is total joy. I'm completely nerding out over this. All right, guys. Hope you're having a wonderful day, night, wherever you are in the world. Peace out.